it's Martine here. Welcome to the Perfectionism and Creativity live stream that I will host with Berta, who is a photographer, in addition to also being a bloomer within the Bloom Beyond Perfectionism program and Bloom Beyond Mastermind as well. And Berta is basically traveling a lot and also shooting lots of lifestyle photos. And she's like exploring the world. She's from the Mediterranean in Spain, and that is also how I actually met her when I was there in Barcelona. And she's basically also doing lots of freelance art and capturing moments of, people and outdoors and self-care and stuff like that in Barcelona and Girona. So it's so great to have you here. I'm so excited to have her come on. So what we will cover in this live stream on perfectionism and creativity is something that will truly be helpful for any one of you. Because every single one of us are creators in our own unique way. And when we realize that deep down that we are creators and not, just these consumers, we can begin to let our creativity flow and we can be more kind of cooperative with life, with the life force that we are given and gifted with, right? So we will talk about why perfectionism is our birthright, that is something that we came here with, and that this life journey is all about coming back to that realization, right? And we'll talk about how creativity is the highest form of nutrition, how it's the highest form of expression, and also how to dare to kind of paint outside of the lines. It's so beautiful to have you here. I'm gonna wave at you all. Hello. Also, we'll talk about how, again, we are creators and not just consumers. We'll kind of chat a little bit about our own creative journeys as well, because I think that when we think about creativity, we might think that that only equals to you being a painter or something obvious like dancing or photography or something. But I'm here to emphasize that creativity can be something that you define for yourself, right? You can define creativity for yourself. Everyone can create in their own way. And you will know what your creative contribution is as you bloom beyond perfectionism. That's the point here, right? And they will just flow through you rather than you having to force it. You know what I mean? And of course, then it becomes very important to emphasize too how fear, procrastination, and comparison are very typical perfectionism kind of tendencies that can block the creative process. And we'll talk about how that has been for us and how we have navigated it, and how I also help, Berta in the Bloom Beyond Perfectionism program and the Bloom Beyond Mastermind to really bloom beyond those things. And in the Bloom Beyond Perfectionism program, I also bring out a lot of examples from Vincent van Gogh's philosophy. So Vincent van Gogh was an artist, right? We all kind of know his art, don't we? With the sunflowers and all his paintings. And he said that art is to console those who have broken life. What is done in love is done well. And I feel like there is nothing more truly artistic than to love people. And I just love that because it makes it so that creativity is not about us. It's about us loving people through our creativity, through what it is that we express, through what it is that we create, right? It's a form of loving. And so it's not a form of fear. It shouldn't come from fear. We'll also kind of talk a little bit about how creativity, again, can kind of come through different things. Like you can create a business, create a family, you can create a house, create a garden. You can create your own life, for God's sake. Like you are the creator that get to define and design your own life. And there's nobody here to tell you what it should look like, because you are the one who's got the creative key within you to unlock what that looks like and feels like for you, and knowing that that can evolve and shift and change as you go along and grow along in your life. That's just so beautiful. Because I truly know for me that my creative journey has been so all over the place, and that is exactly the point as well. Like, creativity is not meant to be within these lines, within this box, right? It is truly, truly, truly about daring to create and express outside of the lines. Because in reality, the lines, they're just an illusion. Literally, that's what they are. They're designed oftentimes by societal expectations and this and that, and our families, and the way that we grew up thinking that these lines are real, when in fact, they're not. We can design them as we'd like and bloom beyond them. So I'm excited to have Berta come on, and if you're new here to these live streams, I basically host these live streams, the Bloom Beyond live streams, now weekly with different creators and with different coaches and entrepreneurs and all sorts of people really that I just find really interesting and that I want to give a voice where we together can, talk about perfectionism in relation to other topics like, creativity. So we've already talked about perfectionism and shadow work, manning up, reinvention, dance, braving the wilderness, breath work, and worthiness. We've covered all those topics, so they're all in my profile. And now we'll talk about creativity. Next week, we'll talk about hypnosis, and then wealth, star-seed ascension, friendships, and beyond. And I always, use my, knowledge from being a coach, master coach, and hypnotherapist. And I basically utilize all my techniques in my coaching and what I do. So life coaching, neurolinguistic programming, yoga, creativity, astrology, herbalism. I utilize them all together. So many beautiful people jumping on. Hello, hello, hello. And in these live streams, again, we're talking about perfectionism in relation to different topics. And I might even, if I intuitively feel like it, bring up some sort of technique as well to help you in being able to bloom beyond perfectionism in order for you to truly, truly, truly let your creativity flow. So we'll see what comes up in this live stream. So I'm excited to have Berta come on now to start talking about perfectionism and creativity. Give her a little bit of an applause. Give her some. See.
Hi.
Hi, girl.
How are
Hi,
you?
Berta.
So excited to be here.
Yes. Hello,
Yay.
hello.
Hello,
You're
everybody.
tuning in from where right now?
I'm in Barcelona. Well, in my village next to Barcelona. So yeah, I'm joining from here. Here it's 7 in the afternoon. And yeah,
Yes.
I'm so excited to see everyone here.
Yeah,
To
and you've
speak
been
with you.
traveling quite a bit, haven't you? You've been traveling a bit.
I've been kind of everywhere. Like, I've been traveling for work because I'm working in the Formula One and I'm working in a
Mm-hmm.
catering that is an international catering. And we went
Mm-hmm.
to, actually, I come back from Abu Dhabi. I came back this
Yeah.
week on Monday and
Exciting.
we were in the last race. And yeah, I'm excited because I'm waiting, I'm working as a waitress, but I like it because it's a company that we are a lot of people from different parts of the world, and it allows me also to know new countries, like, and see the culture, and also do photography in my free time. And I'm just enjoying.
Yeah.
Like, this year, I started a lot of new jobs, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
so excited about everything that is coming. And it's
Yeah.
the first year that I say, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and that's it. I'm gonna start like my photography business for real, because when you have like something in your mind and you spend like years and
Mm-hmm.
years thinking, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do the other thing. I'm a creative human being and I want to do creative
Mm-hmm.
stuff, but you don't have like you are very fearful and you don't have the guts to do it because it's like you
Mm.
want to do it but you don't believe in yourself. So I think
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
year, thanks to you also, and thanks to other factors, and also, of course, of myself, but I
Yes.
started to do the things that I really wanted to do without thinking that much and just flowing, and I'm in the process of
Yes.
just letting go of the fear, or not letting it go, but just walk with the fear,
Observing it.
and do it with fear. Yeah, because we are gonna have
So
fear like
true.
all the time. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can do it with fear, and you can do it even if it's not perfect, because perfectionism was blocking me as fuck during the last years, all the time, because I
Yes.
want to have everything perfect. I wanted to have like my website perfect, my Instagram perfect, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna charge anything for this photo shooting because I don't have a good
Yeah.
camera, or I don't have a good website, or I don't have a portfolio, or I didn't study photography, but I
Wow.
know
So
I'm a
many things,
photographer.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to talk all about these things, like all the justifications that we make for
Yeah.
us not to be and express as the true creators that we really are,
Yeah.
and justifying it with all these perfectionistic reasons and all the fear and procrastination and all these things that come up, comparison as well, it comes up in that process of
All the
going
time.
from being stuck in perfectionism to daring to bloom beyond that and allow for the fear to, yeah, be befriended as you
Exactly. Like
create
having
and
here.
not see it as some sort of like thing to overcome necessarily. Like you should not feel fear because the fear can actually be befriended as you engage with it,
Totally.
so we'll talk all about this. And I can see here, beautiful, a little comment here. I believe it is also important to give up approval dependency for creativity. Yes, this was my biggest mistake. That is so true. Thank you so much for bringing that up. And I think that comes back to the whole comparison thing that can be a real big problem,
Exactly.
that we can compare ourselves to others. And it can be a sort of people pleasing as well. When you're looking for approval in order for you to be creative in your own unique way, you might be waiting a really long time.
Totally.
Yeah,
Yes. This,
you're just waiting for that yes or that permission slip
or
when
that
in
follower,
reality it
or
comes from
that
you.
everything. Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you're waiting to have an approval, even for like people as followers, likes, or other stuff like that, or maybe from your parents, or maybe from
Mm-hmm.
your friends, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe waiting to have like the degree of the university,
The
waiting to
degree,
have the
the
master.
money.
Yes, the money, everything, everything. The money was a huge thing for me. I was like, I don't have
Yeah.
money to do that. I don't have money to do the other thing. But at the end, I say, okay, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna try it without money. Like I'm gonna try to just
Yes.
ask money to the bank, or find another
Yes.
solution, because actually you can do
Yes.
it. I mean, you can do it
To
in a
be
way or in
supported.
another. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Yeah, you
about like
can be
seeing the
supported.
person.
Exactly. It's all about like allowing yourself to be supported in the process of you
Yes.
stepping out beyond the lines that you've defined for yourself or that others have defined for you. And you can allow yourself to be supported in all sorts of ways as you begin creating and allowing that to flow through you. So I'm curious to know, what is it that makes you think that creativity is our birthright, that is something deeply within us? And when did you come to realize that creativity is your birthright and you starting to live from that place?
I think I realized when I was in the university. Well, actually,
Mm-hmm.
I started one degree. I
Mm-hmm.
changed that degree, and I also changed the city. I was doing the degree in Barcelona, and I was studying communication because I wanted to be a journalist first.
Mm.
And I started 1 year in
Yes.
Barcelona. I finished that year in university, and then I realized I wanted to go out from home. So my dream at that time was like just being independent, and go away from home and have my own home and share the flat with some students. So I decided
Mm.
to go to Girona and
Mm-hmm.
start public relationships and advertising, because one of my friends told me, oh, you really like people, you know a lot of people, you are very social, I think it's gonna work for you. But I don't even think about that. I was like, okay, maybe I'm gonna study that, and then I'm gonna just have the skills that I need to sell myself, because deeply I know that my passions were like music, photography, art. It's the things that I like to do, but everyone is telling you all the
Mm.
time, you cannot live from art, so you need to study something,
Yeah.
or just stop doing this because you're not going to have money from this. And I
Mm.
bought that, I bought that all
Mm.
the time. I was like, yeah, I cannot do that. So during my
Mm.
degree, I realized like I wanted to do like different stuff. Like I really wanted to work from art, and maybe that was a period of my time just to enjoy, you know, and meet new people and everything. And definitely my breakthrough was when I went to Mexico and I did my exchange
Mexico
there.
does something to you.
Yeah,
Bring
Mexico,
something
Mexico.
up.
Totally. Like Mexico is amazing. But when I was living there, I met a lot of people from around the world, and I had beautiful friends there, and I met myself. I mean, I went alone there. And when I came back, I was like, no, I'm not going to work in an agency. I mean, I'm not going to do the same that everyone does. And then I wanted to actually keep traveling the world. I wanted to go to Bali. I wanted to do a lot of stuff, but then COVID came. And so I decided I will start like the business. I started doing photography. Actually, I started doing some community management stuff, and I started kind of working in other things to have money to invest on myself. And that was the breakthrough. But then COVID came, and I was like, okay, maybe I have to do a master degree because I want to be an art director. And then I made a master degree. And when I finished the master degree, I met beautiful people in the master degree as well, but I didn't like the master at all. So it was like, when I finished it, it was, okay, I just paid like 5,000 euros for this master. And actually I'm doing the same that I was doing before, but maybe now I believe more in myself. So kind of the experience was like, I can believe more in myself. I can do it alone. And here I am. So it was maybe 3 years. And it was from experiencing different stuff. So I think everyone has to experience a lot of stuff and then decide and choose what they want to do. Because maybe you are in a place that you know that you don't want to be there, but it's like you don't do anything to change it. So I actually took action at that time. I told myself, okay, I'm going to do it. Because I have all my life to come back to an agency. I have all my life to, you know, like, to just sit down in an office and spend 12 hours there. So now I want to live. And my passions were photography, traveling, and art in general. And I found a way this year to travel and have money from that, to also spend time with people, do some sport, working as a waitress, and also the photography. So I'm a freelancer now.
Thank you for sharing this beautiful creative journey and this messy creative journey, because that's really what it is. Blooming Beyond Perfectionism allows you to realize that your creative journey isn't meant to be this orderly journey. It's meant to be a little bit messy, actually, and sometimes very messy, as you are getting to know thyself beyond what you should be, what you feel imposed by others to be or society to be. And what really comes to me and what I can hear and what it sounds like is that you started out within the realms of the box, kind of within what we are being taught, you know, as far as like you go to university and from there you figure out what to do. And you do a degree, let's say an arts degree or something. And that in and of itself sounds rebellious to a lot of people, doing an arts degree. And then from there, you explored within the lines. And then beyond that, you figured out, oh, these are the lines. I can start doing things for myself as well as you moved to, let's say, Mexico. And you started realizing, and it came into your consciousness and awareness that people travel for themselves, do different things. There are all sorts of people doing amazing things. And so that became sort of a seed, right, in your mind as like, oh, I can do that too. And so it really helps to actually expand our consciousness, and it helps to travel sometimes too, to step out into the unknown and out and be around different people that does different things, right? To see what's possible for us as well.
Yeah, I mean, and we share that. I mean, we both have traveled the world a little bit. I also been living in Italy this year. And it's so nice, like, to meet different people from different cultures. I think it's the best thing you can do if you want to find your purpose in life. And yes, you know, Mexico, it's a portal that changes lives. Totally, I totally agree with that.
It is,
It's an amazing country. But all of it, even in Europe, even if you travel for 2 days in Amsterdam or something like that, it just opened yourself, going out from the village. I mean, I love my village, but come on, like, there is more world there. I mean, and you're not gonna find like maybe the things that you want to do if you just stay here, or if you even stay with the same partner all your life, because sometimes we are stuck also in a relationship that is
Yeah, that's so
and
true.
that's another huge issue to talk about. But
Yeah, it's all about inducing and introducing novelty.
yeah,
Right? In
exactly.
any way, shape, or form. And even if you are in a committed relationship with one person and you're committed to that, you can even introduce novelty in there to create more creativity, creative flow in that relationship, to reinvent it over and over and over. So this is possible no matter what you're doing. And it's not to say that you're meant to like jump from one thing to the other and travel here and there and everywhere, but you can actually be creative within what you've already created too. So it's fascinating how there's layers to this creativity, and it's all about how can I actually, introduce something new into what I already have created, or how can I step into the new and see what comes through me there.
Totally.
So it's beautiful when I hear people saying in Mexico, a portal that changes life, allow changes. Yeah, it allows for changes. And I think these portals, so to speak, truly they're us. We are the portals.
Yes.
It's about realizing that, that you are a portal as well. Not only the places we go to, but it's us, our portal. We are portals. We're vessels of creation where creativity can flow through us. And it's as if when we go to different places, we can be activated, and creativity can be activated in different ways depending on where we are.
And exactly. And it's activated because you step into the unknown all the time. I mean, you are going to different places that you don't know. So then you are open to new activities and you're open to new stuff. And when you're open to new stuff, you change.
Yeah.
That's basically, but we are very scared of the unknown all the time. I mean, we have a lot of fear of that. Even when we, for example, we don't have a job and we have to find a new job because we are running out from money or something like that. I mean, there is plenty of possibilities. You just have to do and have faith, and not put the black filter there. Just put like a light filter and try to be positive about that, and that's it. And it's gonna work.
Yeah.
I mean, we have
yeah.
I mean, I think what we have to do is believe more. Just believe in us. Believe that life is gonna support us. Yeah. I mean, trust. It's all about trust.
It is, and having faith, having faith in the unknown and in what can unfold as you go along. I see Emanuela, my neighbor here, is helping me out with the garden, also commented. He's also a hypnotherapist. He wrote, creativity can be experienced as a spontaneous blossoming of our being. And that is exactly why I've called Bloom Beyond, because as you bloom beyond yourself and what you have defined as yourself, you reinvent yourself, you transform, right? And creativity starts flowing through you. And I cannot emphasize this enough, because a lot of people think that it's about becoming creative. No, you are creative. It's about returning to that and shedding all the layers, that blocks that creativity from flowing through you. And I promise you that what happens then is that the problem then, you know what it will be? You will have so many ideas come through you that you'll be like, this is like, what do I do with all of this? And then the challenge becomes actually just doing it.
Exactly.
Jumping upon the challenge and being able to just let it flow, because you're realizing that you're the channel of it. And there's a source beyond you, right? I didn't believe this at one point. I thought that I was the creator. Of course, you are the creator, but there's also a creative flow flowing through you at times, which I've come to recognize as undefinable. Like, you can't define what it is, but it is something that comes through when you're tapping into your intuition and trusting that, letting that lead you to places and people and into projects that you never thought possible.
Yes, and it helps you when you have your intention there. So I remember when I was about to go to Bali to live, I was searching a house to sleep using couch surfing because I didn't want to spend a lot of money. And there I met a guy who actually gave me a job, and I've been working in a coaching place during all this year in a startup from United States. And I was like, man, I find this job randomly using couch surfing, and I was able to also combine this job with my other jobs, with photography and
Mm-hmm.
with the Formula One job, and also travel and live in Italy. And it was unbelievable, you know, but it just, you have to trust that everything is going to come in the right moment. Divine timing exists, and it's true. And like that, there is plenty of possibilities. And I
It
also, when
is.
with this about with my friends, like they always tell me, oh, these random things just happen to you, but it's like, no, I mean, it can happen to,
Random.
yeah, but it can happen to everyone, you know. It's just about
And it's
having this,
engaging in life.
yeah,
That's what it is. It's you're engaged with your life. You're
exactly,
choosing to jump into challenges and opportunities before you're ready necessarily. Because if we're waiting until we're fully, truly ready, we're going to again wait for a long time. We're also going to wait a long time if we wait for permission to be
yeah,
creative, for permission to shift that career or, you know, stop one thing and jump into another thing or reinvent something. It is about releasing ourselves from that need to have permission from the outside or stuff like that, being able to like actually just do it, right? But that's the thing. That's where the subconscious blocks comes up, and that is what I
yes,
help people with. Being able to really see what those are, bring them to your consciousness, and then from that point, we can start rewiring your subconscious mind
totally,
with, let's say, journaling. I can see you are, when I give you intentional work, you're actually writing down the plot and you are actually engaged with intentional work. You're applying it to your life. You are digging deep within yourself, right? And that allows you to become more and more and more conscious of the unconscious patterns and subconscious blockages and resistance that blocks the creativity from flowing through. This is why you're now even more engaged with your life and the different things that is happening in your life. And that's why
yeah,
you're feeling more flowy, because
yes,
slowness can only happen when you are actually engaged and have some sort of,
exactly.
understanding of what's going on. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna say hi, ciao, ciao.
Yeah. Ciao.
Hola. Well, thank you all for
um,
being here. You're so lovely. I see Milena
yes.
says it takes courage to leave
Yeah.
your hometown comfort, but once you do it, I agree with that. It opens your mind. Yeah, totally. I mean, totally. And also, I'm gonna say another thing, that it's like the intentional work that I'm doing everything in present. So, for example, I have here the stickers that I put in the middle.
Yes. Those.
And it's, for example, if I
Show
have a
us.
bad day, I have like, I choose to hug myself physically, you know, and I have these reminders to myself, and they are all in present. Why? Because if I put them in past or in future, it's not the real time, you know, because
Yes.
actually we just have the present. So
It's not
it
the
doesn't,
subconscious.
yeah, exactly. I mean, we just have this moment, this second is happening all the time. So it's passing all the time.
Yes.
And
Hugging
what we need is
ourselves.
to just, yeah, I mean, believe in the present and just be focused on the present, because the future, well, we will see what's happening. It's cool to have
Yeah.
intention, it's cool to have goals, but we will
Yes.
see, because all the time we are just forgetting the moment, you know, and the
Yeah. And
moment
it
is
can
the
shift and
most
change.
important thing. Yeah. And what changed our
Exactly.
life is living in the moment and writing this intentional work in present. Like, for example, I remember talking about this with you also
Yeah.
when I started saying, like, I'm a photographer. And I wasn't a photographer because I didn't study photography. So theoretically, for society, I'm not a photographer. Or yes,
Yeah.
because I started considering myself as a photographer. So
That's
then
it. Yes.
I started saying,
Perception of yourself.
exactly. And I started saying, okay, I'm a photographer, I'm an editor, I'm an art director. I'm also going to say that I'm going to be a yoga teacher in
Yeah.
February. So,
You already are.
yes,
Timeline.
exactly. I mean, there is a timeline that doesn't exist. So the things, this, you're going to explain it better to me. But there's a timeline with things, the things happen already.
They
So in another
have.
timeline, I'm a yoga teacher. So I can say
Exactly.
now because I'm just manifesting it now. And it's
Yeah. And
crazy, but
as you
the mind works like
do,
that.
beautiful that you're saying that, because again, the subconscious mind lives only in the present moment. It does not comprehend the past and the future.
Yes.
So instead of saying I'm going to, or I wish I'm that, or maybe in the future this will happen, you know, that can really dissociate you from your power right now. And as you speak, I am, whatever comes after I am, that is what you create. That is what you become more and more and more, because you then align yourself with that reality and that being,
Yeah.
being. And when you align yourself with a being, you begin making choices, having certain behavior changes, making different decisions about your life, right? That can align you with that timeline of, let's say, becoming a yoga teacher, or
Yeah.
basically returning to that. But also understanding this, that labels can also be quite limiting, right? So instead of, for instance, saying that I am defined by this, I'm a yoga teacher, or I'm a photographer, even that can be restrictive.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can become so much more
Yeah.
than that. And within those realms, there's also layers about yourself that can be uncovered. So as you become a yoga teacher, then within the yoga, you can actually also uncover more about who you are and express yourself in new ways and create in different ways than other yoga teachers, right?
Yes.
So it's really about unleashing yourself and detaching yourself a little bit also from the labels. It's a big thing. And recognizing which labels you're already carrying.
Yes.
Like coats. There's certain coats that we're wearing, right? That are just becoming heavy. You can take them off. You can literally leave them in the freaking closet or give them to someone else. You know?
Exactly.
Because the creative flow is visiting us. The creativity is visiting you for a specific reason, to give some sort of service to this world at a certain time. And then at some time, it might be that creative flow for that specific reason it just stops, right? And then it might be that another creative flow comes in through you. Like, for instance, for me, I have recognized several times over, I have reinvented myself several times, you know? At some point, I was like within the politician realm. Like, I truly believe deep down that I was here to like speak and to help and serve through that way and create through my voice, right? So I was in that realm when I was like younger. And then I did horse riding. That was a form of creative flow too. I loved like horse riding and taking care of the horses and, you know, being out in nature. And I thought that I was going to, you know, be this horse jumper, horse rider, you know, and I was, you know, because I manifested it, because I aligned my emotions and conviction around that. And then I got into photography. And then I've done that now for more than a decade, and I'm still going. Now that's led me into like using the creative skills that I have here for photography and creativity and film in creating a podcast, right? In YouTube, in being able to create a program, in all these things. You know?
I mean, and we can do everything because it's like we limitate ourselves a lot.
You can do everything.
Like, we can like a lot of things and we can do everything. And I was talking about that with a friend today, and he was telling me, you know, because I just want to do websites, but I like this, I like drawing, I like also photography, I don't know how many things he told me, and I told him like, you can do it. I mean, you can do everything. It's just about your mindset and just about organization a little bit maybe, and doing things. But you can do everything that you want, and you can combine it. And
you're multidimensional.
Yeah.
Society that has put a pressure on you, on everyone, that you're meant to do one thing or two things max. But the thing is that can flow, and that it can depend on the season you're in your life. And you can't, if you start controlling that, it creates resistance. It creates blockages in you, like literally energetically, it makes you sick. It fills you with disease, because you're at disease when you are resisting the creative flow.
Exactly. Because all diseases come from something. All the time when we have something, when we have pain in some part of the body, it's because the body wants to express something that we have in the mind, or we are being feeling, and we are not expressing, or we are not doing. And it's crazy, but the body speaks for us.
It
And
does.
also, I want to add the fact that, for example, there's people that want to stay in a company for 5 years or something like that because they want to do curriculum stuff, like they want to be there to be good. But I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
being successful is not staying in a company for 5 years and dying to have the curriculum, because the curriculum is you. I mean, you are the curriculum. And I think it's more valuable. I mean, it has more value to be a nice person and to know yourself better than having like 5 years of curriculum, because then you work with several people that has like a master degree or that work in a company for I don't know how many years, and they don't know how to do things, or they are no motivated at all. They don't want to do anything because they are stuck and they are very tired of everything. And it's crazy. And I think this is this is a disease from society. And
so it's our responsibility as individuals.
Yes.
Instead of waiting for society to change, you are the change. Every single one of us can change. Because when we change, we alter change in other people through our conversations with others, through our energy. Like literally, it is our energy that can impact other people to change. And then in return, and in turn, have society at a larger pace also then change, so that it becomes more and more valuable and perceived as actually true and worthwhile to shift and be multidimensional, right?
Yes.
So it's all about painting outside the lines. And remember here too that, you know, Vincent van Gogh, he had this saying, right? That I feel like there is nothing more truly artistic than to love people. So your creativity and you being the artist of your own life, it really comes down to you loving yourself and loving other people through that. And it's not about the performance of creativity that we're talking about here. It's not about creating for you to say, oh, I'm so good at this. It can definitely give you a sense of confidence as you have commitment and courage and see your capabilities grow, and then you have confidence from that creative journey of yours. But that's not the point. The point here is to let your love, your wholehearted love, flow through your conscious creativity. And when that happens, you come more and more and more alive, ironically enough. You begin seeing the sort of like impact that you're having, not only on your own life, but on what is beyond you. And that's why we came here. Just remember that.
We are love. Love is everything. And I mean, it's so hippie to say that, but I love it. I mean, love is everything. And if you do things with love and you treat people with love, love comes back to you. So it's more about giving than receiving, you know? It's like doing things because people...
and you can give through your creativity, right? It's very, just to like insert that straight away there, that sometimes we think that giving is only the act of giving something to someone else. But actually, it's not selfish and it's not egocentric at all to prioritize your creativity, to give yourself permission to be creative in your own unique way. That is love. But a lot of people can't see that. And you're not here to change other people's perception of that being right and wrong. You're here to actually let that flow, that love flow through your creative actions and your creative projects, and you will begin seeing that it will be reflected back to you at some point.
Exactly. And also like create like a kit, you know, don't create with stress, don't create with perfectionism, because it's like you're gonna get stuck if you want to create something that it's perfect and you are stopping like to share your work because it's not perfect enough. I mean, it's better to share it and to enjoy doing it than to just say I'm not going to share it because this is not good enough, because your mind is telling you this is not good, but actually maybe other people likes it and you're doing it to share and to have fun with it. And it has to be like that, or otherwise art is will be like something that it's not good for you, you know, like, but instead if you flow and if you do it because you are enjoying, like when we were kids and we went to just have fun with each other and also draw and all this stuff, you will flow, and you will attract also, because your energy will be magnetizing, you know, it will be like a magnet. Everyone will want to stay with you because you have this creative and lovely energy and these positive vibrations. And yeah, I mean, I think it's beautiful to play a bit when you work and when you do stuff. It's just about going to play, and it's like going, play, do photographies, engage with different people. It's what I like when I'm with people, just to have a nice experience all together.
Yeah, and whatever you do.
It's about everything, you know?
Yeah, it's about the whole experience of whatever you're doing, whether it be photography, whether it be you creating your own business in some other way, you creating t-shirts or solving the plastic problem or whatever it is. And here's one thing I want to emphasize too, that what can really help you with this specific thing about overcoming perfectionism in this creative process is actually you beginning to, instead of focusing upon creating the perfect solution, or the perfect creative expression, you look at the issues and problems in society, because that's what entrepreneurs and artists are doing. And we're being curious about that. And when we're getting curious about where the gaps are in our life, in our own life, in other people's lives, and society in general, we can see that and we can use ourselves as vessels to create these solutions, right?
Totally.
So it's more about contributing, because if you really truly get in your heart and you look at life around you right now, or in your own life or society, if you look around, you will see that there are so many different things that we can solve together and that we can solve with ourselves as well. For instance, let me give you an example. Moving here to Tulum, I thought I was going to come here and just continue with my coaching business, with what I'm doing here, which I love. I love it so much to help you and everyone else. I love photography, so I intended to also continue with photography. And for some reason, it came through me that I really desire to bring animals together here. So I'm now in the project of aligning and contacting restaurants, hotels, co-working spaces, and making it so that we can unite people and pets together instead of leaving our pets at home. Because I saw the problem, right? I saw the problem of people just leaving their pets at home and then them going out and having fun and returning at the end of the day. When I think we want to ensure the emotional and physical well-being of both animals and pets. So I was like, oh, I'm going to create Tulum Pet Club. So I created that. You know, I created a WhatsApp group and brought those I knew with pets together into that group. First step. That was the first step. The first step is actually just seeing it and committing to it. And then I talked with some of the people that I wanted to bring on that team to bring this together, some of my friends that really also have a heart for this. And we were like, oh, maybe we're going to call it Tulum Paw Tribe. So we changed the name. So you see how the creative process already has begun evolving because we had conversations. So we named it that. And now reaching out to them, reaching out to these different companies and getting some no's and getting some yeses and listing them down and going out there and having conversation with people and randomly saying, oh, we're creating this Tulum Paw Tribe. It keeps spreading. So that it's so non-linear. This process of creativity is so non-linear.
Yes.
And it's not about putting the emphasis and importance on what other people think of your creative expression, because then you won't do it. It's about you following your heart and trusting where your heart is guiding you to contribute. And what is it that you really have curiosity about? What is it that brings joy out of you? What makes you feel more playful? What makes you feel more heart open, more expansive, more light in your body? Those are keys. And it's not about the passion, the purpose straight away, because that's cultivated. It's about what are you curious about? What makes you feel more open to life?
Yes, and also doing it. Like, I think that the main thing is doing it, because sometimes you think, whoa, I'm going to do that. And then you don't do it because you are just blocked, or you think, no, it's not going to work. But actually, it can work like this. I mean, it's amazing. It's just because you started and then it's working because you started, and it would just,
Yes.
maybe sometimes it's just a message that you send, you know, or it's just an idea that you say, okay, why not? I'm gonna do it. So it's not about, I think it's more not having it in mind, so having more in her. Like, I think
Yes.
you have to listen more to your hair all the time. And if we listen what we feel and we understand our feelings, and this is why it's so important to have moments for yourself, and also to meditate, or doing yoga practices, or just having a coach like you, or someone who reminds you that it's super important, like, to work on yourself. Because when you listen to yourself, you understand what is happening. I mean, you understand what you want to do. But if we are in the autopilot all the time, like, and we are driving, I don't know where, we're not listening, we're like rushing all the time, we are not going to know that. We are not going to be able to do that, because we are just going to say the typical quote, like, I don't have time for that because I'm doing a lot of stuff in my life. When actually we have time. We have a lot of time, and we waste a lot of time being addicted to Netflix series, or being addicted to other stuff that is distracting us from our purpose here, or the things that make us happy. And one thing that used to happen to me as well was that I used to have a lot of resistance when I wanted to create something. Because, for example, I knew that it was good for me to draw, because I wanted to draw, and it was really motivating. I was really motivated for that. But I wasn't able to draw, because all the time when I arrived at home, it was like, now I want to see Netflix, or now I want to do another stuff. I'm not going to draw. But in my mind, I knew, like, drawing is better for you, you know? There was this voice here, why don't you draw? Because drawing is better. Or with meditation, it's the same. Why don't you meditate today? Meditate is good for you. But then there is another voice that is telling me, like the black filter, that is telling me, no, don't do it. Why? I mean, you're not that good. You're not going to be that version of yourself. So maybe we stop for a minute, or we do journaling, or we try to change this mindset. We start doing the things that are good for us, and we just let go of that resistance, because, oh my God, that resistance is everywhere, you know? And there's a lot of people that have it. It's so sad.
Yeah. So the coming on Netflix is an amazing way to forget about the bad experiences. Yeah. It can be a form of dissociation from your reality, from your feelings, from all sorts of things, right? That we just don't want to face. We don't want to feel. And we have all sorts of ways that we do this. And perfectionism is truly such a root core of this, because perfectionism makes it so that we dissociate from a reality through procrastination, for instance, right? Through watching Netflix, through overworking yourself,
through also going to party, or
going to party,
or
smoking, drinking, depending on anything outside yourself for a longer period of time, to the point where you feel like it's kind of taking you over, you know, like it's pulling on you. That can be tricky. It can be really tricky, and it can block that creative flow from actually occurring, and you getting in touch with the true feelings that you're carrying within yourself, the true feedback that the body is trying to tell you. So incorporating more stillness into your life, incorporating a little bit more, you know, time for yourself, or certain practices like we're talking about, which we are laying the foundations for in the Bloom Beyond Perfectionism program very early on in the Wilt in the Fall season, you know, where we're really looking at our paradigm and worldview, and we're really getting down to the foundations of what is actually of service here for ourselves, to be able to nourish ourselves, to be able to feel. Like, how are you going to feel if you don't make space to being in your body? That's what it is.
Totally. That's
instead of the head.
And all starts with awareness, like with being aware of that. And I think it's the most important thing. It's what I always say to everyone. Like, if you are aware of that, if you are consciente de todo, you can start, like, doing the job, you know, like not doing the job, but understanding yourself. If you're aware, it's the first step. Then maybe you have a lot of complications, or you don't know how to do it, but you're aware. I mean, you are just stopping the time for a while and saying, that is happening to me. So there's the two voices. You're not in autopilot. So that's the first step. And then the other things come for you. I mean, then you decide if you want to work on yourself or not.
Yeah, then you have a choice point. So what happens then is that once you recognize and you feel into the true feelings of, let's say, resistance to your reality, that something is not aligned in your life, right? Then when you recognize that, and you might recognize it several times over, so you see the pattern, now you have a choice. You have reached a choice point in your journey where you can decide consciously whether you'd like to stay with that pattern or whether you'd like to break it. And breaking it can be done in different ways, right?
Exactly.
And that's why you were mentioning coaching, getting a coach to hold you accountable to make these changes in your life, to help you get curious about yourself, help you get curious about where you're at, right? That you can then have someone support you in the evolution of yourself. Because sometimes we don't want to say these things to our friends. Sometimes we don't want to say it to anyone other than maybe a third party or being in a group, a container where other people are on that very same journey of cultivating their life intentionally, because that's what this is about, you know?
Exactly.
And you can do it yourself as well. Truly, you can go through your life and you can do it on yourself as well. You can choose differently yourself too. It just takes more, how do I say, like effort. And I'm truly here to emphasize too that it's so important in the creative journey to allow yourself to be supported. You can become so much more likely to return to the creator that you truly are when you feel supported in that.
Yes.
In that. So it says here too, we want to run away for a moment, and maybe it is a good thing for a moment so that you can not stay in negative thoughts. Yes. As Berta said, much better to meditate.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm very careful to also say what is better or worse, what is right and wrong, because what happens, you feel shameful. So if you are right now in a position in your life where you feel shameful for certain behaviors, like let's say watching Netflix, allow that. Allow yourself to sit with that and watch Netflix until you're sick of it. Like, I'm not kidding. Sometimes that is exactly what you need. Until you're like, what am I doing with my life? Sometimes we need to get to that degree. Or you might, or you actually begin seeing that it's not serving you when you are more clear in your intention, your values, your vision, your mission, you getting in contact with other people that are doing different things with their lives and their time. That's a big thing. The environment and what kind of people you're with.
Yes, we have to allow ourselves to feel everything. I mean, everything, you know, like even when we feel like, for example, we feel love for someone who is ignoring us or who is ghosting us, and we feel like super bad because someone is ghosting us. We like also with jobs, but regarding love, for example, we can say that. So allow yourself to feel sad, or allow yourself to feel the shame, or allow yourself to feel everything, because sometimes we want to run up, you know, we want to run away from that, and we want to say like, we're okay, we are perfect, and maybe we are not, and it's feel the sadness.
Maybe we're not.
And to allow yourself to receive as well, because what happens to a lot of people who are perfectionism and also have like entrepreneurship or their business or something, it's that we believe we can do everything on ourselves and we can do everything alone, and it's not like that. I mean, we have to be open for help and open to receive. It's something that I'm learning as well, and I think it's important just to let other people help you with it. Allow yourself to feel even the bad feelings and allow yourself to be helped. Something that it's better to learn when you are younger than when you're older. I mean, just let yourself like be helped for all of it.
Yeah. And it's interesting how you say that, because I can sense even in your journey in the Bloom Beyond Perfectionism program that you're moving more and more into the root season, because you're beginning to know thyself. And when you begin knowing thyself, then you know your values a bit more. You're more centered in yourself. And when you take root in yourself, then the roots begin flowing out, right? Beneath the soil, so to speak, just like a sunflower
Yes.
or a plant or a tree, whatever it is. And these are the roots that we can connect with other people. So this is where you recognizing that allowing yourself to be supported becomes important,
Yep.
and you supporting other people and seeing the value in that, and not letting the independent boss babe mentality of I'm
Yeah.
doing everything on my own kind of thing take you over, but saying I actually am worthy of being supported in my creative journey. And I actually think that it's pretty smart as well.
Yes.
It
Exactly.
really is. And that allows you to step more into the creator, surrounding yourself with other creators. And as you do, you realize that the consumers is no longer in your life, and you will no longer feel associated to being a consumer. This is a big, big shift that I think more people could align ourselves with. You know, we could all align ourselves more with being a creator over just consuming, because that society is not, I don't think that it's healthy for neither of us. I
No.
think
To consume.
consuming consciously can be helpful to let yourself be inspired at times if you feel like that is in the highest good of all, of yourself and everyone else.
Yes.
Sometimes you go through and you grow through a season where inspiration is needed, but it's a perfectionistic tendency actually to lean upon too much inspiration, to be outwardly consuming so much books, this and that, you know, and TV shows and all this stuff. Your highest inspiration will come from within you, and it will come from beyond you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally. And also, I mean, it's good to consume or to get inspired, but if you do it a lot, you know, it's like if you don't spend all day
Quantity.
doing it, you can check Instagram or you can check social media in general. Okay, it's nice to do it and it's actually fun, but when you do it like compulsory all the time and comparing yourself, or when you see like a picture or something like that and you say, man, I want that, have that, that's the bad thing. So you have to be
Yeah.
very aware of that. And also, I recommend everyone here to just block or maybe mute some content that it's not good for them. Because when you are looking at your phone, I mean, you spend hours here in the phone, even in Instagram. And I think it's a good tool to use in general. And you can meet lovely people from here. Like, I love social media, but I also have like mute all the profiles that I'm not interested in, or I just unfollow them. And I think it's good to do it, because actually if you do it, you have like, you're choosing what you're consuming all the time, you know, and then you time, or you don't waste precious time for yourself. You just consume things that are making you happy or that are inspiring you. And do, I mean, just take the good part from that and don't be an
Yeah.
addict to this.
Yeah, and again, I emphasize feel into it, you know, allow yourself to feel. And because the blockages is what is driving you and driving your subconscious to look for ways to dissociate from it. Whereas if you meet the feeling, the urge to satisfy it is going to kind of dissolve on its own. So that's why we're working with the subconscious here. And so it came through me right now that I think being able to, for instance, use something called emotional freedom techniques is a really helpful tool to use to allow yourself to feel whatever you're feeling that might be blocking you from creating. So sometimes it's fear, right? Fear of failure, fear of even succeeding, right? We have a fear of actually being something else than we already are, or creating something that we've never done before. So fear, I think, is a big challenge. What else do you think or has come up for you in that process of creating?
I
That's
think
an emotion.
comparison, I mean, it's not an emotion, but comparison a lot, I must say. Like maybe I think they're not, but feeling envy, the envy, it's there a lot of times. And also, what else? Like not feeling enough.
Jealousy.
I mean, yes, jealousy, not feeling enough, not feeling enough worthy, or not being perfect enough. I mean, all of these things. And also sometimes sadness, or don't believe in yourself. Like just don't trust you know. But
Mm-hmm.
the big one in my case, for example, when I
Yeah.
was studying like to be a singer, it was fear of success, because everyone
Yeah.
was telling me, you're doing it great, you sing well, and I was like, man, I don't want to do that. Like,
Yeah.
I was having a lot of fear. I wasn't able to go up on a scenario and just sing, you know. It was
Yeah.
impossible for me to think about that. And I
Hmm.
wasn't enjoying because of the fear all the time. And it still happens to me
Exactly.
sometimes. And it's crazy how, I mean, it's because society teaches us if we are not the number one, we are not okay. And that's
Hmm.
true. It's more about like enjoying and having fun. And then if you're the number one, okay, good for you. But I mean, we have come here to have fun and enjoy.
Yeah.
So
So beautiful. And you know, basically in the rise season of the Bloom Beyond Perfectionism program, I'm covering, you know, returning to your worthiness, which I covered in the last live stream with Dina. So you can check that out. I'm going to upload that very soon if it's not already here on my profile, right? And it's necessary to return to your worthiness to be able to basically feel worthy of playfulness, feel worthy of your intuition, feel worthy of joy.
yeah,
And when you're feeling worthy of being playful, of trusting your intuition, of feeling joy, you're more likely to then also allow creativity to flow through you. Because
yes,
playfulness is essential to be creative. It is essential to trust your intuition to actually act upon the creative insights that you get. It is necessary to feel joy as well and feel worthy of the joy that comes from creating. See? So these works hand in hand, so to speak. I really value what you're saying, that comparison, envy, jealousy, not feeling enough, sadness, fear of success, that these are all kind of emotions that hinder us from actually being creative.
yes,
So I want to invite you to follow along with me as we can do an emotional freedom technique session, both you and everyone who's joining or watching the
yes,
replay. And you can see how I'm even using this for myself. Let's say instead of dissociating through consumption of other things instead, so that I can come back and return back to the creator of my reality,
yes.
right? So the
Okay.
creativity can flow more. So basically, we have these meridians and energetic points on our body that when we tap on them, we do like this,
It's this
we
one. Yeah.
release. We
Yeah.
release the energy, the blocked energy, and the emotion that is energy stuck, that is being released through those energetic centers. And after, you might feel more spacious, more relieved, more relaxed. And that is because it's aligning that energy, right?
Yes.
So we have energetic centers and meridians here on top of the head, beside the eye, under the eye, and then under the nose, and on the chin, and on the collarbones, and under the arm, here by the lymph nodes, and also here on the
Crazy.
wrists.
I don't know that one.
Yeah. So these are where we basically store energy that is blocked sometimes. All right, so we also have this chakra system, this energetic system along our body, you know, the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, and then the heart and the throat and the third eye and the crown. So that allows for the flow to kind of go through us so that the creativity and the life force can flow into whatever we're creating. If there's a blockage in any of these centers, which very much is the case for perfectionism, especially in the lower chakras, the denser chakras, the chakras that are more related to security, safety,
Yes.
to feeling worthy, you know, of creating. If that's not cleared, then we're going to feel and act from that place of really just being aware all the time of the threats out there that is blocking us from actually being creative.
Yeah, I mean,
So
and we
anyway,
can have blocks from even years ago, you know? I mean, it's crazy how
years
people don't
ago.
believe in this stuff, because I always believe like in energetic stuff in general, but
Yes.
we have it. I mean, we have these chakras, we have these channels, we are energy. So it's like
Yeah.
very scientific. in somehow.
It is.
But
Even like if
why
you don't believe in energy, right? Just go into a room, any room whatsoever.
everything. I mean, light
And you will
fucking
probably
energy.
feel the energy, right?
Exactly. I mean, and we have it, and as soon as you accept it, and we
Yeah.
have this, you can start like taking advantage of that, like, and also cleaning your energy and cleaning your blockages. You can do it
Mm.
through Reiki or to other
Yeah,
things.
yoga.
Yeah,
Yeah, emotional freedom techniques. We do it through subconscious work like hypnosis as well. We do so through all sorts of tools and techniques, and that's exactly the ones that I bring together in the Bloom Beyond method
exactly.
intuitively. And I feel the collective in people joining here and talking with you as well, that we can begin releasing these different emotions here that we all tend to carry in some way, shape, or form, right?
Totally.
So what we're gonna do is we're going to tap on these different meridians that I just showed you. And you can just follow along. Yes.
Yes.
And you can speak it out loud. Follow me what I speak out loud. And you can choose to close your eyes, or you can just keep them open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
you can home if you want. I mean, you can go as a home.
Yes, and remember also to take a deep breath in between and whenever you feel like breathing, because it's through the breath that we're releasing the energy, the emotion.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're bringing our hands on top of our head. And before we begin, the format is even though I feel X,
Feel.
fill in the blank,
Okay.
then I deeply love and accept myself. So that's the format we're following. All right?
So let's start.
Yes, take a deep breath in and exhale all the way out. Coming into this present moment. Beautiful. So let's begin. Even though I feel a fear
I feel a fear
of failure and success related to my creativity, I deeply love and accept myself.
I deeply love and accept myself.
I love and accept myself because
I love and accept myself because
I am a creator.
I am a creator.
I am the creator of my reality.
I am the creator of my reality.
Yes. Breathe. Beside the I. Even though I feel this sadness about not allowing my creativity to flow, about dissociating from my reality and my blockages,
about dissociating with my reality and my blockages,
I deeply love and accept myself.
I deeply love and accept myself.
Because
it
is okay to feel sad.
It is okay to feel sad.
And let that inform me.
And that let inform me.
Where I'm not living at my fullest.
On where I'm not living at my fullest.
Yes. Beautiful. And under the I, even though I'm not feeling enough. Because I don't create as I would like.
Because I don't create as I would like.
I don't create enough.
I don't create enough.
I deeply love and accept myself.
I deeply love and accept myself.
Because I am enough.
Because I am enough.
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 And that is enough.
And that is enough.
Yes. From this place I can create.
From this place I can create.
From enoughness.
From enoughness.
Yes. Beautiful. And breathe. Let's continue under the nose. Even though I'm feeling comparison. When I look at what everyone else.
When I look at like everyone else.
When I look at what other people are creating.
When I look at what other people are creating.
I deeply love and accept myself.
I deeply love and accept myself.
Because I am unique.
Because I am unique.
I am my own person.
I am my own person.
I am my own creator.
I am my own creator.
Of my reality.
Of my reality.
Yes. I choose.
I choose.
To create.
To create.
In my own way.
In my own way.
And that is enough.
And that is enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
Beautiful. And on the chin, even though I'm feeling envy of what other people have created.
Of what other people have created.
I'm feeling envy. For not creating like everyone else.
Like everyone else.
And getting the results that everyone else gets.
That everyone is getting.
I deeply love and accept myself.
I deeply love and accept myself.
Because I get to create.
I get to create.
In my own time.
In my own time.
In my own way.
In my own way.
I am my own person.
I am my own person.
I trust myself.
I trust myself.
I trust my creativity.
I trust my creativity.
I trust that I am here.
I trust that I am here.
For a reason.
For a reason.
The universe put me here.
The universe put me here.
To create.
To create.
In my own way.
In my own way.
In my own time.
In my own time.
Yes. Inhale in. And exhale. Release. And let's do the collarbones. Even though I'm feeling sadness.
I'm feeling sadness.
I'm feeling a blockage.
I'm feeling a blockage.
That is hindering me.
That is hindering me.
In finding out.
In finding out.
Why I am here.
Why I am here.
What I am here to create.
Why I am here to create.
I deeply love and accept myself.
I deeply love and accept myself.
Exactly for where I am now.
Exactly for where I am now.
I am here.
I am here.
In this journey.
In this journey.
Having this experience.
Having this experience.
And I am creating.
And I am creating.
Even when it seems like I'm not.
Even when it seems that I'm not.
Yes. I am creating.
I am creating.
In my own way.
In my own way.
Right now.
Right now.
That is enough.
And that is enough.
I create.
I create.
In my relationships.
In my relationships.
In my work.
In my work.
In my life, by deciding my life.
By deciding my life.
By making choices and decisions.
By making choices, decisions.
This is all creating.
This is all creating.
And I am enough.
I am enough.
Of creating like this.
Of creating like this.
I'm an open channel.
I'm an open channel.
Right now.
Right.
Beautiful. And lastly, even though I am feeling. What are you feeling, Berta?
I feel super relaxed now.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. But I'm going to say what comes through for me from collective. Even though I'm feeling
relaxed.
Resistance, I would say.
Yeah.
Even though I'm feeling resistance to fully trust that I can create. I deeply love and accept myself.
Even though I'm feeling resistance to fully trust that I can create, I deeply love and accept myself.
Yes. I deeply love and accept myself because
I deeply love and accept myself because
I trust my timing.
I trust my timing.
In returning to the creator that I am.
In returning to the creator that I am.
Yes. Beautiful. Even though
Even though
I am feeling resistance
I am feeling resistance
to trust that I'm a creator,
to trust that I'm a curator,
to trust my creative journey,
to trust my creative journey,
to trust that my experience,
to trust that my experience,
my life journey
my life journey,
is here to inspire me,
it's here to inspire me
to create
to create
in my own way.
in my own way.
I deeply love
I deeply love
and accept
and
myself. I accept myself.
I accept myself.
I accept myself.
I accept myself.
I am a creator.
I am a creator.
Now,
Now,
take a deep breath in. Inhale deeply. Another sip of air in. In. Feeling that energy go all the way up through your chakras, all the way up. Hold your breath. Feeling the stillness. And exhale all the way out. Sitting in this state of complete spaciousness and stillness. Recognizing that this is your true creativity, your conscious creativity. Recognizing that this is the space from which you create from. You can come back to your full awareness by opening your eyes, moving your fingers and toes. Beautiful. How do you feel?
I feel great. It always
Yeah?
relaxes me a lot, this exercise. And I think
Yeah.
next time I will do it in Spanish because it's like
Yes.
trying like to change it, translate.
Decode it.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's nice to have it also in Spanish. We should do that another time and just record it for people and have it like both in English and Spanish.
Yes.
It will be good for people who is in Mexico and also in Spain.
I think so too. We can do another
Yeah.
live stream on just that. And
Exactly.
again, everyone
Oh, I feel my
can.
body vibrating as well.
Yes. It is, right? And this is
Yeah.
because, again, it's the energy that has been stuck that is now vibrating again. And we are vibrational beings.
Yep.
We're vibrational beings. And when the energy is vibrating, we can then allow it to flow through us more easily into the creative project and into our life creation.
Totally.
And again, you can do this for yourself as well. You know, it helps to let yourself be guided sometimes. And this was not like a full-on session, because a full-on session would go into the exact ways that it's applying to you specifically, you know, and understanding your current situation and your desired situation of what you'd like to feel, and then inserting that into this format. But it's very simple. You can do this whenever you feel tensed up, whenever you feel resistance, whenever you feel comparison, envy, jealousy, not feeling enough, sadness, fear of success, fear of failure. Being like, even though I'm feeling this, I deeply love and accept myself. It's very simple, right?
Yes.
It's so helpful. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to everyone who's been joining. I feel my body vibrating. Beautiful. Thank you guys. Hope I did not distract you. Take care. Oh, you added so much value with your presence here. Thank you for coming. And
for being here.
I hope that anyone who's been joining, that you would want to follow both of our journeys here further as well. So make sure to follow both of our accounts so we can further add value to you and inspire your creative flow and energy. I feel the energy shaking settle in my chest. Yes. Please. This is the heart chakra, the heart, the place where intuition holds, you know, where we can feel into other people's energy, where we can resonate with one another, where we can connect and create from. So it's awesome that you're able to actually, you know, tune into your body and recognize before and after doing emotional freedom techniques, what's different? How do you feel different? Where in your body are you feeling different? Where are you feeling more expansive? And bring that feeling with you into your day. So wherever you are right now, whatever you're doing, bring this feeling with you into whatever you're going to do next. So I'm about to go have a meeting with an artist actually who's doing piano. And I'm looking so much forward to that meeting. And I'm sure I'm going to bring this feeling with me into that meeting and inspire him to further create too.
Yeah.
What about you, Berta? What are you up to?
Today I'm celebrating that some exposition that we made with some friend, with Oscar. We have a newspaper, like in a Catalan newspaper, and we are very excited about that. Like they just made an article about the exposition, and we are celebrating. And we're gonna party a little bit, dance a little bit, which is something that I really want to do. Like
celebrate!
I mean, celebrate the little things, you know? You can just dance and forget about everything. That it's something that most of the times we forget, and it's just about like dancing, not even drinking or
just creating too.
Yeah, exactly. It just create with your body, you know? So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do like dinner at home, lovely dinner, and then just gonna go to party a little bit. And celebrate every little victory. Yes.
So thank you so much for sharing what you're up to next. And thank you so much for your time and energy investment here. And
thanks to you.
I'm so excited to coach you further in the Bloom Beyond Perfectionism program, the Bloom Beyond Mastermind. We're going to have our 101 session soon because that's included in the Bloom Beyond Mastermind, right? You get 6 sessions across a year. And I'm so grateful to be connected with you and to serve you and help you and hold space for you and really coming back to the creator that you are. And I'd love for anyone who's been resonating with this live stream to go into the link in bio of mine, and you can explore how to get into the Bloom Beyond tribe, which is where you will meet both me and Berta and so many other high performers who are also on the journey of creating a life of freedom from perfectionism with the power of your subconscious mind. So you can apply there. It's a free monthly cohort. So you can join in for December cohort, right? Where we can be in there together and end off this year and start off the year, you know, the next year with clear energy, where we're more aligned with our intention and we're more clear on our values and can create from that place. So you can go into the link in bio, and from there you apply, and I will look at the application you send through and have you come into the group, and then you can explore the Bloom Beyond Perfectionism program, the Bloom Beyond Mastermind, 101 coaching in there.
Yes.
So thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
How's it been for you, Berta, by the way? How's it been for you? And what's your biggest takeaway thus far from this session with creativity and also from the Bloom Beyond Perfectionism program?
Wow, I'm very happy. It's been lovely. I mean, I normally don't used to do that. I used to not show myself that much. And lately I've been showing myself more because I realized I have to show myself. I mean, I don't have to, but I choose to do it because I really want to do my art and spread the things that I'm creating, you know? And I felt super good. I feel good to show and also to connect with you people. And it's just lovely to go live on here. I mean, now I want to do it more, you know? When you try something that maybe shames you a little bit, because I'm very open to people, but actually, I think sometimes I'm kind of an introvert. I mean, normally I say I'm an
It's an affirmation too, though.
Exactly. It's transformation through the program. And
it is.
I think the program is changing me because I choose to invest time on myself this year. I mean, I can say like 6 months from the year has been in one way. And then, in summer, I decided to change a lot of things in my life. And also I started like the program, and then the fact that I invest a lot of time in myself and I choose to take care of myself each day. This is changing my life. And I know also, like, I think the thing that I change most is the fact that now I trust. I feel that in you, girl. I feel that in you, because when you came in, I recognized some fears that came up for you, and you affirmed that too. And we
basically went through that and talked through that and understood where those fears were coming from at a subconscious level and from your cultural background or your family background, etc. And you made a conscious decision when you invested into Bloom Beyond Perfectionism and Bloom Beyond Mastermind as well, and investing into yourself, into your journey, into your creativity. You broke some really hardcore beliefs there and you replaced them with some beliefs that are serving you way, way, way more now, right?
Totally.
That I can see in your eyes, I can see it in your energy, I can feel it, you know? And it's so awesome to coach you in that way. So thank you so much for sharing it.
I must say, like, sometimes, guys, I think, like, what am I doing? So it's like, because...
Yeah.
But I just trust. It's like...
It is.
I gotta trust. The universe has my back. So
you befriend the fear.
Flowing in that way, you know? And I say to myself, I'm going to trust, it's going to be okay. And that's it. And I just keep flowing because otherwise I get stuck. And I have, like, some bad days as, like, everyone else. I mean, it's something. But when I change the perspective, it's like, I can do it. I believe in myself. I can do it. And
and you get confirmation from your reality and from what is happening in your life accordingly. So that just supports you further in trusting in your creativity and investing in yourself.
If you invest in yourself, I mean, everything, it's going to be okay. Because it's like you're investing in you, you know, and you're the creator of your life. And also I try to choose very wisely with who I am surrounding myself with and everything. Like, I don't want bad mindsets.
Yes. Oh, playfulness.
Really.
I love it.
She wants to go out. During our session, she decided that she was going to play with my necklaces and everything, and she was like everything, you know.
I love it. Well, we're gonna transition now into reality here again.
Yes, exactly.
But thank you again so much for sharing your experience with Women Perfectionism and for taking part in the Perfectionism and Creativity live stream. We've added so much value to so many people here, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah, me too. Me too, definitely. And we can do more live events, and we're gonna do other stuff because I really want to share.
For sure. My God, that's so funny.
Escaping me. But anyway, I really want to share more stuff like that because during my day, everyone is asking me a lot of things, you know, and I really want to help them. So,
I love that the live stream is ending up in this way with like playfulness because that's exactly what's needed to be creative.
Exactly.
Just like the universe is just like, here you go. This is what we need for.
Just stop. No.
Just be playful.
Yeah. Exactly.
Thank you. So everyone, go ahead and check out Berta's profile and mine and link in bio for the Bloom Beyond Tribe. And I'd love to coach you all further and being able to tap into your creativity and create your life consciously beyond perfectionism. So thank you again and have an awesome day.
Yes. Thanks to you. Thanks everyone.
Bye.
Gracias a todos. Bye.